Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video today. And today, the Texas Longhorns beat Mississippi State 45-38 in overtime. And the Texas Longhorns get back-to-back overtime victories. I know the last two games have been on the road, but I would have preferred the Texas Longhorns to take care of both of these teams in regulation. But that's just not how, this worked in the last two games. Texas should have been able to beat Kentucky before you had to go to overtime. They couldn't do that. That last week, that was a crap show. Now, with this game, the Longhorns got lucky to get back in this game. And so I'm not going to say, they should have never been in overtime. But going into this game, this was not a game where you thought, Texas would have to fight tooth and nail, against a team that is 0-3 against SEC teams. But that's what they did today. And the defense was, again, not that great. But I'm still impressed with the offensive performance this Longhorns team had in the second half, considering the offensive struggles this team has had this year. I'm still not confident in Arch Manning. I still think Arch Manning is not a good quarterback, even though I think he has talent. I just don't think he's there yet. I think he's overrated. And I'm saying this as a Longhorns fan who wants the best for this kid and wants to see him succeed and wants to believe in him. I have just, after what I saw last weekend's Kentucky, it's hard to believe in him. But I think Arch Manning had a very productive second half, obviously with the help of the best kick returner and punt returner in the nation, Ryan Niblett. Unbelievable, 78-yard punt return touchdown. That's the whole reason why the Longhorns won this game. That's the whole reason why the Longhorns won last week. That's the whole reason why the Longhorns have won against Oklahoma. This Longhorns team, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Right now, without Ryan Niblett, this Longhorns team, right now, you look at it, they've got a 3-1 record in the SEC, and they have a 6-2 record overall. I believe if you remove Ryan Niblett, a punt returner, away from this Texas Longhorns football team, they have a 3-5 overall record and 0-4 in SEC play. I don't think they beat Oklahoma without him, Kentucky, nor Mississippi State. Honestly, he's that good. And I think he can get drafted to the NFL as a decent draft pick just because of his talents as a punt returner. Unbelievable. So Longhorns win 45-38. They scored first. Arch Manning runs it in for a 3-yard touchdown run. And then they throw a touchdown pass to Sam West, and it's 7-7. Arch throws a 1-yard touchdown pass to Parker Livingstone, and it's 14-7. And then a 1-yard touchdown run for Theor for Mississippi State's 14-14. And after this, it was a lot of Mississippi State scoring. Another, field goal for them, 24 yards, 17-14. Then Blake Shapen with a 23-yard touchdown pass to Brennan Thompson. It's set 24-14. Then Brennan Thompson again for 4 yards. Blake Shapen to Thompson, 31-14. Then Manning connects with Livingstone again for 6 yards, 31-21. And this is where it felt like it was the dagger. It was the knife to the back. And it was Blake Shapen, 62-yard touchdown pass to Devon Booth, but this was mainly all run for Booth. This was a killer. I mean, I literally I'm walking into a sports bar. As I'm walking in a sports bar to sit down, to just sit down at the table, I'm seeing Booth going all the way. And I'm like, oh, my God, because we walk in, I'm with my best friend and his parents, and we walk into the restaurant, and I just seen that Manning throws a touchdown pass to Livingstone, and I say, because on the way to the restaurant in the car, me and his dad were talking about how the Longhorns seemed like they had no hope with the Longhorns being up 31-14, and then you see the Livingstone touchdown. We walk into the sports bar. They're about to walk us to the table. I say, hey, I say his name. I say, hey, not going to say his name, but I say, hey, the Longhorns just scored a touchdown. They're back in this game. And as they're walking us to the table, as the waiter's walking us to the table, I see Booth going all the way down the field for a touchdown. It's like a gut punch. And as we sit down, it's 38-21. I said to him, "You think there's any chance they win this game? You give them any? What's your like if you give them a percentage to win?" And he said 0.1. And and then we slowly started to see a amazing comeback for the Longhorns. It was after that Booth touchdown. It was a quick touchdown drive of less than 3 minutes. Manning 21-yard touchdown to Emmett Mosley, the fifth, and it's 38-28. Then the Longhorns get the ball back with a minute. After that touchdown, me and him looked at each other. We said, "You got to get the ball, defensively. You got to get the ball back in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Got to get the ball back with at least 7 minutes left on the clock. If you're Texas down 10, they did it with less than we thought. They got the ball back in 1 minute. They scored with 4 minutes left on the clock with a Mason Shipley field goal, 38-31, and then they got another stop. And this is what we didn't expect. You can expect it when you've got a guy like Ryan Niblett. You shouldn't be surprised. Niblett runs 79 yards to tie the game at 38. I don't know why in that situation, if you're Mississippi State, you're playing a Texas team who at that time only had one timeout left, I believe, if I'm correct. Texas only had one timeout. You've got the dangerous punt returner in the country. I just don't understand why Mississippi State didn't punt it out of bounds in that situation. But they didn't, and Niblett went all the way. Then get to overtime. Arch Manning has a big run, gets hurt. I think he has a concussion. That sucks. Matthew Caldwell comes in, throws a 10-yard touchdown pass to Emmett Mosley, and it's 45-38. Then go over to game leaders. Then the Longhorns get the stop on fourth down. They win the ball game. Game leaders, Arch Manning 29 for 46, 346 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 pick. Shapen 26 for 42, 4 touchdowns, 381 passing yards. Great day for him. Booth had 99 rushing yards for Mississippi State today, including a 62-yard touchdown receiving yard. Then Ryan Wingo, even though he had some terrible drops in this game, and some balls that he should have caught, maybe would have had 250 receiving yards if he did. He had 184 on 5 catches. Wisner had 12 carries and 41 rushing yards. Anthony Hill Jr., who should be a first-round pick for this Longhorns team, had 2.5 sacks to lead the Longhorns in sacks. We go over some other stats. Emmett Mosley had 4 receptions for 53 receiving yards. DeAndre Moore had 6 receptions for 53 receiving yards. And so, yeah, but great day for the Longhorns. Amazing comeback. Save the season. You guys, let me know your thoughts on the 45-38 win in the comment section, and peace out.